The thing is on.
The thing is on.
Right, hurry up then.
Mate.
Come on.
I'm here. It's on, I think. Is the music playing? It took me 10 seconds to do that. 10 seconds gone.
Or maybe it just stopped.
I think
I don't know where we're at anymore.
we're not starting properly today. You've just left that camera like lying out. That's a pure hazard in my house.
Mi casa su casa, you know. That's what it is.
No, it's less, not less. It's less that, and just more. I'm already aware that it might be broken, and I'm just gonna be paranoid for the next fucking hour, however long we talk for.
Oh well, I'm gonna leave that there.
Waiting for you to just kick the shit out of it.
Well, do you know what the difference is?
Nah.
I'm not a 6-year-old or a 2-year-old. No, it's going nowhere.
You'd have me fooled.
I do act like a kid sometimes.
Yeah, most.
Not very often.
We both had total opposite. ends
Yeah,
of the
apparently you
rainbow
think
there.
I'm a kid. What the
You're-
fuck's that all about?
You child.
How?
You straight up didn't want to do the podcast tonight because a fucking manager left your football team. You straight up text me saying,
No, I didn't.
I am going to kill myself.
Yeah, I wanted to do the podcast, but I wanted to also not be alive. Very normal reaction to my world crumbling around me. It's not been that bad. I got over it pretty quickly. And then
And then you
I
got back under
I
it
got
again.
instantly angry again because I realized. Well, we found out that the ex-Celtic manager was coming into the shop to drop off his child, like the one that's just left.
Oh, really?
Aye, and he's never brought his kid in. It's usually his wife.
Right, okay.
And
But you knew that it was him.
yeah, because his wife phoned up saying, "Oh, they're stuck in traffic. Just to let you know that they're going to be late."
Right, okay.
Usually I'd bring them in, but it's my husband that's bringing them in. And then Grant came off the phone and told me, and I was like,
He couldn't have picked
Cool.
the worst day.
"This is the worst day." And then my last appointment was Scouse, and I was like,
Don't.
"Fucking Scouse rat, what are you fucking talking about?" But no, I go over it pretty quickly. Because
Clearly,
because
you're so mad.
I rationalised it real quickly.
Right?
If you were being offered more pay,
Mm-hmm.
better tools to do the job,
Mm-hmm.
and a better standard of life,
You've literally just explained my life like 3 months ago.
yeah, but you would take it. This
Yeah,
is what I mean.
I
Like
did.
you would take it. So I instantly rationalised that, took the football out of it, and went, "All right, aye,"
Aye.
because it's just normal.
Because, and also, other way to rationalise it, it's a fucking ball.
It is a ball, but also it's something that people get passionate about. As much as you're like, maybe not into like sports completely, the passion behind it is definitely there.
I mean, I do get into it when I watch it. Like, I sit here
Exactly, this
bitching
is what I mean.
fucking moan about
This
football,
is what I
and
mean,
then
you
all we
do get
did, all
into
we
it.
talked about during the summer was the Euros.
You came to my house several times to watch it, you know? Like, there is always going to be that passion in football, and I think that's what makes it so great.
Yeah, I think my problem is just like the culture of football that we grew up in was just
Oh, absolutely.
it was horrible. It's just a horrible breeding
Pick a
ground
side
for
and stick with it, you know?
Yeah.
That's it.
yeah.
And that's how it is.
It's
Like,
a horrible breeding ground for just like hate, intolerance, bigotry, and I
but they deserve it.
I don't who
Them.
the other side, the underneath,
Don't make me say that.
the belows,
Don't make me say it.
the upside down.
Don't make me say it. Not saying it.
I'll pry it out you eventually.
I don't want us to get cancelled for...
Why? Because you're talking shit about a football team, bro. You're literally talking shit about a colour. That's what football is to me. It's a colour.
colour.
You're talking
Right.
shit.
It's like blue or green. It's like
Exact-
blue or green.
Honestly, that's all it was growing up. Because my
I'm literally wearing all blue, so that's what it is.
I'm wearing orange.
Somehow still ties into me.
No, Holland.
Well, remember Rangers had that orange kit
No, I
in the early
don't.
2000s?
I don't. Of course I fucking don't.
Which is obviously, like, Rangers is tied to, like,
It
the
same
orange
thing.
the orange order and all that kind of stuff. And they brought, like, a full orange kit. And everyone was like, "Oh, that's on the nose." And then their statement was, "Oh, we have an orange kit to make our Dutch players feel more at home."
Was there a Dutch player in the squad?
There was
at the
loads,
time?
aye.
Was
There
there?
was loads. Giovanni van Bronckhorst.
I know
Is-
him because I played him in FIFA.
He is
Or use
all of my eggs are in his basket to be the new manager.
I didn't know you could donate your eggs.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
10 grand a pop.
Damn. That's how you pay for that house.
Thanks, that's exactly how I pay for that house.
Donating your eggs, baby.
Anyway.
Right, yes, let's do introductions and then continue to talk. Let's actually say our names this week. Past 2 weeks, we have not said who we are.
You know our names by now. We're
Nah,
famous.
past 2 weeks.
We're famous.
We're famous for those 10 people. This is episode 36 of Dead End Friends podcast. The podcast where two dudes who don't know anything talk about everything. Find us on Instagram at Dead End Friends podcast, where you can hit the wee link in the bio. There's a wee linky link you can hit, and it'll take you to our link tree, where you can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcast, OnlyFans. There is actually a bit in there to fling us a $5 if you feel like it.
Is there actually?
Yeah.
Why'd you put that up?
A couple of weeks ago.
We're such hools. I love it.
So if you feel like flinging us a $5, there's a button there that says fling us a $5. So we'll take it and then do nothing with it, because this,
KFC.
This costs us nothing to run.
Nah, we'll get KFC.
Between the two of us. £5 between the two of us to go get a KFC. I don't even know where that would get you in a KFC. Anyway, my name is Craig Jimison.
And I'm Gary Gordon.
You don't like doing it. His name is Gary
Told
Gordon.
me to do it. What shambles. Shambles.
What could you get for $5 in
10
KFC?
hot wings.
What?
10 hot wings.
10 box of hot wings or 10 individual hot wings?
10 individual hot wings.
50p a hot wing?
2 for a pound.
2 for a pound. That's alright.
Nah, it's not bad.
I mean, are the hot wings any good? I have never had hot wings from KFC.
They're just breaded hot wings. Just chicken wings that are spicy. The last time,
write a fucking book, bro.
The last time
your descriptions are gorgeous.
The last time I got a KFC, 'cause you know how much I fuck with KFC.
You love a KFC when you're depressed as shit,
which I've not been for a while.
which is nice. It's
The
nice
last,
to know you've
the
not
last
been
one I
eating
got
KFC.
was in August. When I was no, but I didn't enjoy it. I was in Newcastle like the night before I did my theory test.
Right. Okay.
I was just like, saddest situation of all time. Watching Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban on like the smallest TV in the world in a hotel room on my own, drinking beer and eating KFC.
Right. I was like, you started off really good with the Harry Potter and Prisoner of Azkaban, because it is my favourite Harry Potter film. But then everything after that, everything after that just turned it so dark and
it's
dull.
like, that's what I imagine like working away is like, you know, like everyone like has like these pictures of working away where you're like, I'll go to the local bar, I'll have a couple of beers, I'll meet a couple of people, play some pool with some fucking randos, and then no, the reality is you're drinking fucking Brooklyn Lager on your own with KFC. Watching the fucking Harry Potter.
It's not fucking Seinfeld. You don't just come over, you know.
Yeah, and I remember my view in the hotel room was like a car park. It's like,
just another hotel. Just looking in. All right, mate.
it was so depressing. But yeah, I didn't fuck with that KFC.
Well, that's good.
Is it good because it was a joyous thing in my life?
No, but maybe it is. Well, I mean, it never.
Maybe it's just like a trauma food. Like every time I ate it, I thought it tasted good.
So maybe because you weren't like in a bad place, particularly, was it just because the KFC was like easy to get?
Yeah. So when I got there, I went to some pub because I knew it did like a banging roast, and I just missed the kitchen. So I sat and had a couple of pints. And I walked home because I wasn't that far away from it. And I was like, what the fuck am I going to get? I'm not getting a kebab. Like, I would have, but
that's my choice
I also
always.
would have shat myself in my theory test. Like 5 questions and I'm like, oh my god.
Try to do the hazard perception
I'm
test.
just like,
you can see your shit just coming in.
Hazards everywhere, man. Hazards. Don't go for a bump. You go for a bump, we're done for. So, yeah. I just went on Uber Eats and it wouldn't put in the right address for
the hotel.
Yeah, so I just did whatever it said, like the address that came up, and I phoned the driver immediately. And I was like, "Mate, I'm no there. Could you just come to the Jury's Inn next to the Science Centre?"
I'll meet you at the front.
Yeah, and it was, I went downstairs and he was there, and I was like, okay, all right,
Good man.
cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers. Do you want a beer up in my room? Do you hang out? Do you do anything? Like, I'm
Please be
so
my
sad.
friend.
This is the most
I'll
depressing.
get you a really big tip, bro.
A real big tip. Real big tip. I didn't fuck him. I didn't fuck him.
You should have. Maybe it would have been a better time for you. But maybe it is like it wasn't like a super traumatic or like depressive period. You were just like, whatever, it's easy to get.
Yeah,
So it's like you're
convenience.
used to eating it when you're like so down and like out of it or stressed out or whatever, full of anxiety. And then like this time when you had it and you weren't, it was like a different sensation because you weren't feeling.
Yeah,
You were
I do.
you were feeling you were actually feeling feelings. Whereas anytime you eat KFC, you're usually no feelings.
blocking out the feelings.
Yeah.
I do remember I instantly turned off Harry Potter. I was like, I can't watch this anymore.
Why?
And then I watched the closing ceremony of the Olympics. Go from bad to worse. And then I watched the entire second series of I Think You Should Leave on Netflix. It's like 20-minute episodes. I was just like,
I don't even know what that is.
fucking Tim Robbins, is that his name? The funny guy. It's like a sketch show. It's really fucking fun. I think you enjoy it.
Tim Robbins.
I think that may not be his name.
Tim Robbins not the
I'll
guy
just
from
do nothing again.
Is
We're
Tim
just-
Robbins not the guy from Shawshank Redemption?
I don't know, I've never seen it.
The guy who isn't Morgan Freeman. You know, the white guy in it.
I've never fucking seen it.
Tim Robbins.
I think it just keeps opening up the app store. Please stop.
Another episode where Gary Googles stuff.
Just Google's.
It takes-
Tim Robinson. Oh, okay.
So who's the guy from Shawshank Redemption?
I'm not Googling that. I don't want
Tim Robbins.
I don't want to.
Tim Robbins. He's also in War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise and Dakota Fanning.
Oh. This guy just looks... he is tired. Look at that man.
Yeah, Tim Robbins is definitely the guy from Shawshank Redemption.
Ah, okay. Okay. What's this guy done?
I don't know. You brought him up.
But I'm telling you now.
Who else is in it?
Just
The TV
just
show.
cunts that in it.
Ben Schwartz.
No. Just people. It's literally just people.
Jesus fucking Christ.
They're just like shit actors. Like, he has been in
Write a book,
some crap shit.
please. Write a book.
Oh, he was in Star Trek. Cool.
Of what? Klingon number 17.
Uh,
Benedict
he
Cumberbatch broke
was-
his neck.
He was Ensign Fletcher.
'Kay.
Star Trek Lower Decks. Is that a cartoon? I'm not.
Oh my god, dude.
I'm not
Who
Googling that.
cares?
Oh, he's on
Who
SNL.
Cares?
He's on SNL.
Let's move. Let's move on. Let's move on. Football is bullshit.
Right.
You kicking the ball. What the fuck were we talking about?
Being sad and eating KFC.
Being sad and eating KFC.
But- Give us a $5 and we'll get 10 hot wings.
Sounds good, man.
Give us 2 $5s. With 20. Add in £2.50. We'll get gravy. That's the shit. It's fucking.
Right. Shut the fuck up about the wings now. Move on.
Do you know what?
I don't think I have like a depressed food. I don't think I have something that I'm just like as soon as I'm like sad the fuck out, I'm just like I need this. I'd probably go more towards like beverages, not alcoholic. Like see
See,
when
that'd
I'm
be a problem.
yeah. See when I'm like feeling down, I'm just like I just want fizzy juice. Do you know what I mean?
I get that too. Maybe it's the sugar then.
Possibly.
Maybe the sugar's
But-
your thing.
That's probably not going to help me because I don't drink sugar fizzy juice. All my
Ah.
shit is like Pepsi Max or whatever. It's just
Zero
the-
sugar.
It's the sweetness.
Maximum taste. That's what that is.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Like I said, I actually started cutting sugar out a couple of years ago. Not cutting sugar out, but like cutting down on it because of how bad my fucking sugar intake was. Because it was just like every cup of tea, every cup of coffee, every drink,
8 sugars.
it was all sugar. I remember it was somebody I used to work with a couple of jobs ago. Her name was Sue. She was the best. She was from fucking the middle of England somewhere. Usually full of cunts, but she was class. she proper gave me a hard time because she saw how much sugar I put in my tea one day. She looked at me, she was just like, in her fucking weird accent that she had, she was like, Craig. I was like, what? Is that sugar? I was like, there's a cup of tea in it. But like, my cups are like, I don't like a lot of tea. Too much tea is shite. Let's be honest. Having a cup of tea is nice when it's warm and it feels like a wee cuddle.
Wet
See,
and
if you
warm.
have a big fucking, see those big fucking Mike Evans size fucking Sports Direct mugs you get? It's like,
who's Mike Evans?
the guy that owns it, is it not? What's the name of the guy that owns it?
Mike Ashley.
That one. Mike Evans. We're getting all of the names wrong today. Mike Evans size fucking cups. It looks like a fucking house. As soon as you've like drank 10% of that cup, your shit's cold.
Yeah, and you've already had enough tea.
To cold. So I like a little mug when I'm having tea.
Yeah.
But then I was like filling that shit up with sugar.
So you had even less tea. Just sugars.
Ra-da-da,
Oh my god.
and I remember she was just like, no.
You
That
can't.
is a fucking no-go. And I was like, what? I'm young. And she was like, you're not really though. And that was when I realised, shit, I'm not really though.
Oh
I mean, I
God.
was like, how old am I? 28.
28.
So I was like 25 when she said it. So I
Ah.
mean, like, that's still young, but it's not young enough to still be able to just go ra-da-da, ra-da-da, like every day
Yeah.
for your life. As you start kind of creeping up in the 20s, you start going, right, a fucking family size bag of Doritos every other night. No, maybe we should just bring that down.
Yeah. Do you know what my issue is? It's beer. I drink too much of the shit.
Bro, you
Like-
didn't drink it for 10 years.
No, I know, but now that I
Catching
do,
up.
I literally just get home and I crack open a beer and I'm like, maybe
That's great though.
it's so great. I love it. And like, we don't have fizzy juice in the house.
Uh-huh.
Fizzy juice would somehow be worse than the beer, you know? Like, it would be.
How?
Because it's got other shit in it. Beer's mainly water.
Is it? But
Aye.
how am I always so fucking hungover? Because water's supposed to be the thing that stops you from being hungover. Are you just doing a thing again where you're just saying shit?
No.
Let's get barley in it.
Aye, malted barley. Not that makes a difference to barley.
I don't even know what barley is. I just said it. I have no fucking idea what barley is.
Thing. This one's got fruit in it though, so it's kind of healthy, right?
Just because it's called Mangoes on the Run doesn't mean it has any fruit in it.
Well, it doesn't show me the fucking ingredients on the thing.
Yeah, the box is over there though. You're more than welcome to go and get it, but that'll be the
I
worst.
don't want to move.
The worst fucking episode of this podcast.
Just reading out the ingredients of beer.
Just
But definitely since I started drinking again, I have noticed that like I've put on weight again
right.
just from drinking beer, I reckon.
Yeah.
Because my diet isn't bad. Like,
yeah.
like I said last week, I had like that moment where I was just like, must go,
Mm-hmm.
must run now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm at that point again where I'm like, oh, I must run now. So I was going to run here, but I'm obviously still kind of unwell. So I'm
Yeah.
like,
You got a bad chest.
shouldn't run in the cold. Like, probably a mistake.
Imagine you just phoning me. Craig,
Dad, come.
I don't know where I am.
I'm fucking dying.
Come find me, please. I'll find my iPhone, please.
But
Don't call the cops.
I want to cut down on how much beer I drink. So like I get to a point where I just don't buy it, and I'm like, fucking would love a beer, you know. So then because
I think that is your problem though. Is your house always has so much alcohol in it?
Yeah.
Like I bought.
if I don't drink beer, I drink whiskey.
Isn't as whiskey? I think beer's worse.
It's worse, but whiskey
it's worse
will,
for weight. Whiskey is worse for your liver. So
yeah, whiskey's worse
you
for
can't
everything
see
else.
your liver. So whatever.
I can
Can't
have
see-
like 2 whiskeys, and then I'm like, I need my bed.
bit tight.
Need bed. Need
But
bed.
that's probably better. Like I remember I did that for a wee while, and I would like drink rum most of the time because like, I mean, I bought 4 beers knowing you were coming over. You would not find any other alcohol in this house because we just don't drink. Emma doesn't like drinking in the house because she had a shitty childhood with drinking in the house, so she's not a big fan of it. She doesn't particularly like me drinking in the house. Not that I ever sit in the house and get pissed. That's just not. That's not been part of my life. Well, it was for a while, but then somebody told me I had a problem and I had to stop. So there was a point where I was like switching. Like I would buy a bottle of rum because one, it would last longer.
Yeah.
I know you're paying like fucking I don't know how much a decent bottle of rum is, like 16, 17, 18 pound to get a nice bottle of rum.
Yeah.
Your kind of standard off the shelf nice bottle of rum. But then that would do me for a while. But then you're going to the shop to get beers and you're buying like a 4-pack for $5. You're buying that every day.
Exactly.
All that.
And the thing is, like, even when I'm drinking beer in the house, I don't drink to get pissed.
Yeah,
Like, that's
just
not
like,
what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm just having a wee soak down on it.
You're just like a fucking Budweiser advert.
But I think it's definitely increased the weight of myself. Like,
Why did you say that like that?
I'm sick of saying I'm fat. Like,
just finding different ways of saying it.
different
So
ways
I don't
of
need to
saying
admit
it.
to myself
I know,
that I'm
obviously,
fat.
I've booked that holiday. I'm like, I need to get my beach body ready. I need to look good in that bikini. Like, I'm ready.
Right, doesn't matter.
I got a body. I'll be on the beach. That's a beach body. But I'm
Exactly.
just like, you know what it's like. You want to feel good on holiday. You don't.
Yeah, it's about finding.
So I'm back on that.
It's about finding the place in your own head where it's like, because you can get so skewed and told how to feel. Just like, I know we always moan about it, and then we go and do it half an hour later. You're like scrolling through the fucking feeds. You're scrolling through the fucking the socials, and then you like, that's constantly just feeding into your brain, and you're not even thinking about it. It's just going in, and then you're just like, it's fucking twirling away like a little fucking witch's brew in your head, right? And then that's all you can think about is like, oh, that is what people like. That's what people are looking for.
That's what they're all about.
But who cares? Who gives a fuck? I need to catch myself a lot doing that. I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
that's,
no, I do
that's
that
what
too,
people like,
but-
so that is where I want to be.
But then I
And
also
go,
do.
huh?
But then I also do that thing where I
Who
go,
cares?
oh, that's what I like.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be, and that
Yeah, yeah.
becomes more important.
Yeah.
So I'm back on that, which is cool.
Yeah.
Well, I will be. Not yet. Start tomorrow.
Can always start tomorrow, baby. That's how I've lived my life. Start tomorrow, man.
Tomorrow never comes.
All I have now to keep me going is cooking my dinner and Warzone. That's pretty much it. Obviously, my family. But outside of that, cooking and Warzone. Because, like, my diet is pretty shit because of snack. But see, like, my dinners and my lunches and stuff. See, ever since I found out that I can actually cook, damn, dude. See some of the dishes I've been making in here? I'm going to be opening that fucking dead end restaurant within fucking months, dude.
Oh, please.
Honestly, see some of the shit I've made in here? I've like shocked myself. I made like the most fucking dynamite salted honey chips tonight.
Salted honey.
Listen to me now. I missed the arm of the chair and I nearly fell off. Listen to me now. Listen to me now.
I'm listening. I'm all ears.
If I hadn't went out and got the kid and burnt them a little bit, Jamie Oliver would be having to watch his back. Trust me, this shit, even though they were a little bit burnt, bomb.
I'm so intrigued. Honey, salted honey.
Yes. So it was like a honey glaze on the chips, nice sea salt.
Oh, you got
Over
that
the
sea
top.
salt. I fuck with the sea salt.
And it was nice big chunks of salt too. None of this fucking granulate. I don't want any of that fucking thing that comes in the white and blue and red tub. You know, the one that was always in your mum and dad's cupboard. You know, that shit sit in the back with the Bisto and the Oxo cubes.
I mean,
It
we
was
have it in the
always there.
cupboard because it is good for cooking.
Yeah, is it low salt? Is that what it's called? Whatever. Don't care.
It just says table salt on mine. Just table salt.
Don't want none of that. I want it to be crystallized. I want to take it out and I want it to be cut in my fingertips in bits because it's like glass. And you drizzle that on top of the fucking honeysuckle chips.
We had like cheesy pasta. for dinner.
Nice.
Shanna made it. Shanna does a
I
lot
love
of cooking in the
cheesy
house.
pasta.
Mainly because she's a control freak and doesn't actually let me cook.
Shout out.
And then like she's like, oh, can you make dinner tonight? I'm like, yeah, of course. Like, I don't mind. I love it. And she's like, that's so nice. Like you
You're a
should cook
hella
more
good
often.
cook.
And I'm like, yeah, I should cook more often, but you don't let me. Like mainly because of timings. Like I'll get home from work later.
Yeah.
So it just makes sense.
Yeah.
But I made like this ramen thing like last week. That was
Oh, you sent me the
amazing.
recipe for it.
That recipe, bruh. It was honestly so good.
Sounded amazing.
And it was when we were both feeling pea shitty.
Yeah.
We were just like, fucking, we'll have soup for dinner. That works.
We're gonna have soup.
I made like a bang of curry. That was good.
Good soup.
Shannon makes a good curry. I love curry. Curry's so easy to make as well.
So easy to make. I
So
always thought it was
easy.
so complicated, but I made like a butter chicken curry the other week. Oh, I'm telling you right now,
Yeah.
I could have it every fucking night. Do you know what I realised? How easy it is to just cook chicken.
Yeah.
I know you don't eat as much chicken and stuff now, but see, before I started like actually paying attention to how I cooked, that shit was dry. That shit was like brown. You don't want your chicken brown. Like I don't know.
What were you doing?
I don't know. I have no idea. And then I started like paying attention to what I was doing. Like, it was just like oil in the pan, chuck the chicken in. No. Take your time before that. Take your time. Enjoy the process. Add some more stuff in there. Don't just put the chicken in by itself. Throw some garlic in the pan first. Let the garlic golden a little bit. Then you chuck in the chicken. And then the chicken is cooking in with that garlic and the beautiful oil. And all of that is just marinating together as it cooks. You're
turning me on a little bit. You need to stop.
Good. That's what this podcast has all been about.
Took you 36 weeks. But we got there.
At least I have an episode. I have an episode title. Gary Gets Horny.
For chicken.
Horny for chicken.
Horny for chicken. And somehow we got
episode
a better
36.
episode. Horny for chicken.
Yes.
Oh, I'm also wearing the cardigan, by the way.
It is real nice. Like, see from here, I can tell it's like high quality. Like the texture of it from here, it's real nice. It looks like, I know you paid a lot of money for it, but that looks the kind of thing I would like happily sleep in.
It would be comfortable.
Comfy as shit.
It's
How
a
do you
little bit
wash it?
scratchy. I have not done that yet.
I know, but have you not read the label?
Mm-mm.
That I would be terrified to wash that.
I am. That's why I'm not going to.
That's why you're just determined to not sweat.
Got inside pockets.
What? A cardigan?
Yeah.
Who fucking made that? The fucking Swedish?
Primo.
I don't know what that is. Is that
I'm
a
just
Spanish
saying.
thing?
No, I'm just saying it's primo.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like Primo was the name of the
No,
fucking
it's a company
brand.
called Universal Works. I don't
Right.
know where they're from. They look
Sounds
Scandinavian.
French. Sounds French to
If
me.
it's French, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm at this point not even trying to make that
Universal
thing.
Works, it sounds French to me. For some reason, I'm just getting that kind of French vibe of just like, you know, the Frenchy guy wearing like workwear, working
get
down in the
that.
docks with like that type of blue as well. For the camera, you'll just see that it's black because my camera's really shitty and it's not high quality. But it's like a dark navy blue.
I tried that was a thing I did deliberately because I wear a lot of black.
Yeah, you do.
We all do. But
Black
I'm
is
trying
awesome.
to not wear as much black because I feel like we all do it. I'm trying to like push the boundaries a little, bro. You know, like trying to get out of it.
I like boundaries. I
Okay.
like boundaries.
I mean, yeah, me too. But I'm just saying.
He says in
Push
orange
'em.
shorts that are barely covering his balls.
I can see so much of your inner thigh.
Is it really the chicken that's turning you on? Let's be real here.
Those chicken legs?
Man, these are some turkey legs more like. You
They
see
are
the size of
turkey
these
legs,
fucking
though.
things? Come on.
They're from England.
Oh, okay. Well, that sucks.
It's annoying.
I really wanted it to be French.
Taking it back.
I really needed it to
Fucking
be
stupid
French.
English
Fuck.
cunts.
And it comes back. And it comes back. You fucking piece of shit.
Nah.
So
No.
where were you when it happened?
I was in work.
How did you find out? Did he walk in and tell you? By the way, sorry, mate.
No, I was refreshing Twitter like every 15 minutes
Why?
because I needed to know. I knew something was going to happen today. and like Grant was there, and I was like, it was before Richie came in.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, if this news gets announced anytime between now and Richie getting in,
He's not coming
I'm
in.
going home because I'm no dealing with it.
So is Richie from the other side?
He likes green.
Right.
He likes green.
Okay.
And it came in. It took a wee while. He realised what happened. Totally, and then just
With
started
the penny drop.
tearing into me, and I was like,
Ah.
cool.
Here, have we talked about the fact that Richie thinks that I am the older brother?
No,
So
but you know his reason for it
I do know his reason for it. It's still bullshit.
because he met your brother when he was younger.
Aha. So he met my
So
brother
in
when my
his
brother
head, he still thinks your brother is like the 17-year-old boy he met.
It was fucking 14 years ago.
I know.
My brother is 31 years old.
But then he met you when you were whatever age you were when you came into the barbershop. Like 4 years ago, whatever it was. So in his mind, Ross is still younger.
don't look old, or I didn't 4 years ago.
I mean, you got more grey hairs than your brother.
That is true. I never even thought of that.
Yeah, you do look a bit older than your brother.
Just like I got grey hairs doesn't mean I look old. Old is in the face. I just, when I shave,
Do you moisturise?
I go for a shower.
I don't moisturise either. It's all good.
The steam moisturises my face. That's about it.
No, no, you don't look older. No, you don't.
Stop doing that.
You don't look any older.
Every time you see it,
don't
you look over
older
there.
than your brother.
Well, Ross, it's finally happened, man. You're the younger brother now.
God damn it, he's been waiting his entire life for that. He's been waiting all of your life for that.
So wait, what does that mean for me if I'm the older brother now? Did I get to beat him up? He kicked the shit out of me when we were kids.
Could you?
No. One, he's shorter than me, so he has a lower centre of gravity. Two, he's built like the side of a fucking house.
Can't be that much shorter than you.
He is. My
'Cause
brother,
he's taller than me.
My brother's not pushing 6 foot.
He's taller than me.
It's not hard. It's not tough. Like, you couldn't. Ross he's always been solid. It's probably the best way to put it. Like, I don't think in my entire life I ever managed to like knock him over. You know, you're just wrestling in the house. Like,
yeah.
I mean, like, you grew up with a sister, so I don't know if you and Heather ever wrestled.
We wrestled.
So you're just in the house just wrestling with your sibling, throwing
Headlocks for
fucking
days.
throwing vases at each other and grabbing wherever you can as a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Never once did I knock that motherfucker over. I think if I took a good run now, potentially I could. Because I could build up some speed. I got some big legs. I'm like an ostrich.
You got good momentum behind you. I've seen you run.
And I can like throw the top half forward. Now there's a wee bit more weight in the top half. And I could use it as like a pendulum. And I think I could take him down. So I'm setting the challenge, bro.
Oh,
If you hear this,
I can't
set the
wait.
gauntlet down.
This is gonna be like the first video on our Patreon.
We'll set up a fucking backyard wrestling ring.
Oh my god, can
ring
we?
out the back.
Can we actually? Oh,
Get plenty of space, man. Off the top turnbuckle, I would straight up try a 450. Telling you right now, I'd be flipping off that motherfucker like I'm Rey Mysterio. I used to do flipping stuff when I was like a child. I used to do gymnastics. I reckon I can still do a front.
What with the ribbon? It's gymnastics.
No, it was
It
with
falls under the umbrella of ribbon. Gymnastics.
Ribbon, bro.
Be a long day.
No,
A long emotional.
It was one
day.
of those. It was one of those little trampolines. A trampette.
Trumpet.
Not quite a trampoline. Trampette.
No, you played the trumpet, not the trumpet.
Maybe that's just what it is. I've just been dyslexic my whole life. No, a trampette is it's a wee square trampoline, right? But it sits like that, so it's like an
fucking
angle.
trumpet is.
I'm just out here being the literal guy that I am. If I think you don't know something, I'm going to fucking explain it right. That's the fucking part of the spectrum coming out of me. So we had like those and like the big horse thing that you jumped over on, like mats and stuff. Bro, I had medals. Like, I was good at that shit.
What, jumping?
Jumping, flips, dives, and like barrel rolls. I don't know what any of them were called, but like I was hella good. I fucked myself up many times though. So
I
there was
just can't imagine, because in my head, like, it's just a slightly smaller version of you, like,
still looking like a
right,
praying mantis,
right now.
like Benjamin Button, just a little bit smaller.
And I'm just like, nah.
So I mean,
Just, like, tie your hair up. And
I didn't have any hair. I had a buzz cut like you. I had thin ass glasses like you did, but I didn't wear them obviously on the trampette. But I was a scrawny kid, so I could like curl up in a ball quite quickly and like let myself back out. So when I'm doing a front flip, it's like a cocoon, because you need to, when you're in the air, you tuck so you have momentum, and then you Because you need to land properly. Yeah, you need to present yourself at the end. You never watched the gymnastics, bro? You need to present yourself at the end of it.
What, the ribbon?
So the flip, listen, the flip is only half the move. The flip, you do the flip, you know, you're good, right? But when you land, you need to be landing proper. Because if you land and you look like fucking jelly, you're done. You're out, right? If you land, like, if you land and you totem pole, right? You land in totem pole, and you walk off, you're good. I did it through the BB, so we had to like.
Oh, were you in the BB as well?
I was in the boys' brigade, bro.
Hey! I was in the boys' brigade.
That was what I did. We did gymnastics. In
We didn't do the fucking boys' brigade. The gymnastics in the
we
boys.
didn't do boys' brigade gymnastics.
We didn't do gymnastics in the boys' brigade.
What
We
did y'all
played
do?
port and starboard. That was it. We did
That's
fives.
horseshit.
5-a-sides.
Oh, it's class.
I hated the BB.
Yeah, me too. I didn't like the marching part.
Somebody stole my tuck money, and I told the leader
He is a
guy.
hardened criminal by
Yeah,
this point.
I told the leader, and he told me I was talking nonsense.
Enabling. That's the culture we live in.
I think the last time I played football properly was when I was in the BB. I was maybe like 8 or 9. I remember there used to be like a five,
Yeah.
like an indoor
Yeah.
5-a-side.
Sorry, that was 20 years ago.
Shut up. That sucks.
20 years ago wasn't the 80s anymore, bro. 20 years ago was the early 2000s.
Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway, I was we used to play at this like indoor fives pitch, which was made of concrete. It was the side of a church.
Concrete fives pitch. My dad played in a concrete fives pitch and snapped his Achilles tendon.
Ooh. I just got fucking pelted in the face with a ball. Like hardcore blasted in the face.
There is nothing. I honestly don't think. I think it's on par with like crossing the street when a car's letting you pass and you're just so fucking bitch getting
Rigid,
across.
yeah.
Getting hit in the face with a ball is possibly the most fucking bitch thing that could ever happen.
Because
to
there's
you.
nothing you can do to stop it, you know? Like, it's coming at your face.
And
like,
there's no way you can pass it off as you being fine. Like you just got fucking
you just got rattled.
like your face is on fire for the next 10 minutes.
You just have to stand like that and your ears are ringing. You want to cry, but you can't cry because there's
Actually,
so
just-
many people around.
Actually just been hit with a fucking stun grenade.
Yeah.
It's horrible. There is honestly, I think it is out there that there is nothing more
It
bitch.
fucking sucks, man.
Because at least when you get hit in the balls, everybody else in the pitch goes, oh, and they all feel your pain. As soon as you get hit in the face, everybody laughing.
And even if they don't laugh, they go. And that's the worst sound to hear because that means you know they want to laugh, but they pity you so much for
They're
not
not
laughing.
gonna. Childhood.
That was the last time I played football. That place is fucking rubble now, though. So not that it was the place's fault. Like the place did nothing. It just existed.
Man. Yeah. I mean, I still play fives every so often, but it's been a while since I have.
I think I could.
I do like it.
I think I could play. I need my glasses to see.
Mm.
I couldn't take mine off.
It's tough doing that. It is tough doing that. I usually thankfully when I played it last time, we kind of went like, we had the colour vests. So one team had like vests on. So I could just go, that's a colour, not my team.
Shirts and skins.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was like middle of winter. We're not doing skins.
No hard enough.
Just,
You're just not hard enough. That's all that
That's
is.
what it is, man. We're not for
You're
fucking
fucking-
Brigton. That's
You're
what it
fucking
is.
hard enough. You'll
Fuck.
never be for Brigton, don't you
You're
fucking think it?
hard enough. Right. We do the playlist.
The playlist.
The
Yeah.
playlist.
Yeah. Yes, we shall.
I really enjoyed your choices this week. I
Yeah.
thought they were really good.
I enjoyed my choices too. That's why I put them on.
I think it was just because they were like all over the place again.
They are pretty all
And it
over
was
the
all
place.
stuff that I listen to quite regularly as well.
Yeah.
So it made me feel good.
First song I put on, it's a cover.
Oh, is that a cover?
Yeah. I heard it on Radio 6 last week. They were doing like a whole thing about this one song.
Right, okay.
Night of the Vampire, Ty Segall. I'm pretty sure it's a cover. Maybe I heard it wrong.
Right. I'll look up.
But it's wild. Like, it's just all over the place. Big fucking, like, guitar. big guitar.
Just Ty Segall. That is just
Yeah.
the vibe.
And it was really cool, so I had to find it and just put it in a playlist anyway. And then like I thought, fuck it, it goes in this playlist also.
Yeah.
It's cool.
It was written and released by Rocky Erickson and the Aliens in 1980. So
Yeah.
that was the original. Sorry.
Amazing. I knew I was right. And then the next song is INRIHAB. In Rehab.
In Rehab.
Yeah. But if you were Christian or Catholic, you would be like INRI, because that's what was on the cross.
What?
When Jesus was crucified.
Hold on.
Yeah, there's a thing to it. Yeah, like
it's not just them being.
So like, you know when you
funky?
see like a statue or a sculpture of like the crucifix, there's always like a wooden plaque above it, and it's INRI. Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah. Hold on.
Oh my god! I never realised that. I thought it was just them being like fucking weird spelling in rehab wrong. And rehab.
Yeah.
Wrong.
So it's generally thought to refer to Jesus Nazarenus Rex Luderium.
I've already forgotten all of the words.
Jesus of Nazareth, King of the Jews.
Oh, okay.
So that's basically what that is. So it's like a play on that.
Oh, I get it now.
Yeah. In Rehab.
I get it now. I get it.
INRI.
Wow.
You know, like
That's clever.
Very,
Keith
very
Buckley.
clever. Keith Buckley is
Genius.
very, very, very clever.
Out
He's
of
a
this
fucking
world.
genius.
Clever.
I think I just said very genius.
Very, very genius. The most fucking European thing you've ever said.
Oh, Keith Buckley, very genius. Oh my god, it's been
not
such
wrong.
a long day.
You're not wrong. It's fine.
But anyway, this song is called In Rehab by Every Time I Die. It has Dallas Green.
You know, it took me years to realise that was Dallas Green.
Me too. And mainly because I watched the Big Dirty DVD and he was singing on it.
You're like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That's also a very funny DVD.
I bet you've told me to watch it so many times.
It's very, very funny. But it's just a good song. The lyrics are amazing. The guitar's amazing. I can actually play a guitar. Like I can't play many things on guitar, but I can play this one song on guitar.
It's such a nice riff to play, though.
Yeah, I love it. And then like, I just love everything about it.
Tied the devil to the tracks and hear the train come in.
It
Dope.
bangs. That's all I need to say. And this song is Mathematics by Mos Def. Like, I'm not even saying anything else. Like, that song is just cool. Next song is Therefore I Am by Billie Eilish. I love this song.
It's so good.
I love it so. I'm not a massive fan of Billie Eilish, and I'm not a massive fan of Billie Eilish. So her tour manager is a man called Brian Marquis, who used to play in a hardcore band from Boston called Therefore I Am.
Oh?
Right? And it's obviously not like a little nod to him, but it's quite a nice like, you know? Because he's very a part of everything.
Okay.
Like all the documentaries and stuff about her, like he's in them all.
Yeah.
Because he's such a big part of her touring life, you know. But he was in that band, and I loved that band. Like,
I don't think I ever listened to them.
his brother was a bass player in Vanna, and you know how much I love Vanna.
You fucking loved Vanna, man.
Yeah, yeah. Like, so it's like a cool little part of the music world.
Mm-hmm.
But I just love this song. It's just cool.
Yeah.
I like the fact that at the time a 17, 18-year-old girl was saying, "You think you're the man, but because I think I am."
Yeah.
Get it up here, I'm better than you. I think that's really, really cool. Unfortunately, I think there's a lot of Billie Eilish that is ruined because of her age. Like, I've watched those documentaries and she just comes across a bit bratish, and she comes across a bit like a teenager.
Yeah.
Which is fair enough because she is.
Yeah.
Which makes it hard, but then I take myself out of the situation and realise she is just a young girl who is being thrust into this.
Yeah, it's like you always see with like child stars. Like I know she's obviously not like a child.
No.
But when you see like child stars and they just fucking drop off. Like your Amanda Bynes of the world, your Macaulay Culkins. Like
yeah.
when they get thrusted into like that level of fame and that level of the spotlight, it takes a really solid person to be able to navigate that and come out the other side relatively unscathed.
And I think the thing with her is she obviously, like we were saying last week, she comes up in this generation that is kind of a bit more aware socially of everything that's going on.
Yeah.
And I do feel like a little bit she plays into it. Not to say that what she's feeling isn't the thing that she's feeling, and it's not any less valid. I just feel like the way that she did the things in that documentary really grated on me.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't take away from her enormous amount of talent.
Yeah.
She's insane.
She's incredible.
Like her and her brother, what a team. Like, they're cool. Like, they work. It's great. And this song is just sick. I love the way she does that weird, like, sing-speak thing.
Yeah.
It's really cool. I was actually reminded by the song by, like, some TikTok guy called Max Frost or something.
Oh, yeah. The guy that does, like, the Gorillaz covering
Do this.
Eminem.
So he did Pink Floyd covering this song.
Yeah.
And that version was amazing.
So
but it made me like remember how much I loved the original. So I was like, right, I'm going to stick that on this week.
Yeah.
And also this playlist is very male heavy. So I'm like trying to bring a little bit of like female representation.
It is a bit.
I try my best.
It is a bit. We've thrown some in, but there's a sprinkling, but that's
There's
a bit.
a sprinkling, yeah. There needs to be a little bit more.
Yeah, for sure.
But the next song is again by another like female artist, Best Coast.
Yeah.
Bethany Constantino, my indie rock crush. I have had like the biggest crush on her for as long as I have known who Best Coast are. Like I really, really have. And I just love this song. It's such a simple song, Feeling Okay. The lyrics are very, I don't know, they're just very nice.
You've sent. I'm sure you sent me one of her albums at one point.
Probably, and you've probably even listened to it because it falls under the same sort of things that you like anyway.
And also because you sent me it, and I am not a piece of shit like you, and I will actually listen to the stuff you sent me.
Yeah, okay, cool, whatever. But this song I love. Like, I just think it's cool.
Crazy for You. You've definitely sent me that because I recognise that album cover.
Oh, well, everyone knows that. I wanna be your boyfriend. I wish I was your boyfriend. I love you to the very end.
Amazing.
Everyone kind of knows
perfect
that.
rendition.
Perfect rendition. But
that's my beer.
That should be, yeah.
That's my beer.
But no, I love that song. I love Bethany Constantino. It's all good. It's all good.
Cool. Thanks, man.
Yeah, so it's up to you. Look at this. Just the patriarchy on show. Everything's a man.
Yes, I am the problem.
You are the problem.
I am the problem.
Don't forget it.
The first song is
Change Yourself.
One of the new Drug Church songs. So Drug Church brought out 2 new songs. I think it was actually yesterday, the day before. Drug Church's last album, which I forgot the name of.
Cheer.
Cheer. It is. How'd you just bring it out? I've been thinking of that all day, and I never thought to just look at it on Spotify. But
when you were putting this song on from Spotify.
So Cheer was like one of my favorite albums from like 2019 or whatever it was.
It is very
good.
Came
out. It's fucking amazing. It's like they have Drug Church have they're like counterparts in my eyes. They have a formula, right?
They don't stray too far,
and it works because a lot of the time that I find with artists or bands, when they have a formula and they stick too hard to it and then they get stuck there, and then everything gets stale from then on. Drug Church and counterparts for me have that formula, but every time they manage to make it enough for it to be, or to change it enough, to still be fucking amazing. Like counterparts, like album after album, I started listening to the counterparts when they brought out The Current Will Carry Us. Was the first album I heard with I can't remember any of the name of the songs, whatever, fuck it. I mean, that was when like Rainfalls first became a thing.
One, was it?
I remember
fucking hate myself.
Yeah, because we used to talk about counterparts being like an influence when we first started as Rainfalls.
Absolutely.
And ever since then, have still, there was like one album in the middle I didn't listen to that much.
Remember when we first started as a band,
Uh-huh.
we had a song that had like this really like chuggy 2-step bit
Uh-huh.
that had like, it almost sounded like, what was the first album called? The very first album?
Isolation?
Yeah. There was a bit on it that just reminded me so much of one of their songs. And it was like, I think the song literally went, "Dano," and that was the bit, and then it went into a 2-step part. But at the time, that's what every counterpart song did. You know, so
It
like,
went like what?
"Dano." And we have a...
Sorry, the album was Prophets. There's a song on it called Isolation.
But I don't remember what that song was that we wrote. I don't think we ever recorded it.
Oh, there's been a lot.
There's been a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to go back and actually look at what we have, like, on Bandcamp. Because
On
I've not
Bandcamp?
done that in a while.
We've got, I could tell you, because I remember, because I recorded them all. We've got Live Free,
Uh-huh.
Too Little Too Late, whatever the first one was called on that 3-track EP we brought out. We've got Broken, we've got Holding Out for a Change, Winter, Spring, Summer, Autumn,
There's so much on here.
I think, and then the acoustic ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What was the first one that was on that like 3-track, the first 3-track EP? Don't tell me. I need to remember it.
The one that Rob Tennant wrote.
Yeah, shout out Rob Tennant. He wrote that entire song. What? I can't remember. It's not coming to me.
Breakout. Is what it was.
Breakout. So it was. Yeah.
Terrible.
Ah, man. Anyway.
Terrible band.
Who? Who are we talking about?
So Drug Church really have a formula.
And then this song fits that formula, but it's different enough for it to still be fucking amazing. And Ian Patrick Shelton, who is the drummer for Regional Justice Centre and the vocalist for Military Gun, directed the video. So it was like a nice connection, because I really like Ian Patrick Shelton. I think he's heavy talented in what he does. But I just think Drug Church are just really fucking cool.
Yeah,
cool. They pull from like the stuff that we loved as kids. Like, I hear, like, I hate to say it, when I was a child, I loved Creed, right? Drug Church loved Creed. Let's be real. They loved Creed. They loved Puddle of Mud. And they fucking loved Nirvana. And somehow they brought that into the 21st century.
I'm going to tweet at them later on.
Good.
Just quotations, you saying that.
And the vocalist, who is the guy from Self Defense Family, will come back and say, of course, Creed are fire.
Arms wide open.
Telling you, man. So Drug Church are amazing. Their new stuff is amazing. They have a new album out in March, and I am fucking
What's
stoked.
the song called?
Million Miles of Fun.
There we go. Just keep me right.
The next song I've got is Riot ! By Earl Sweatshirt, which is just a vibe.
It is a vibe.
There is no
Big
rap,
time vibe.
no rapping in it. There's no words in it. It is just just the nicest wee guitar lick, with just like the drums getting cut in and out in the background. Oh, it's amazing. It's like the kind of shit that you want to listen to when you're going out fucking skateboarding.
It is nice
And
because
just vibing.
that EP, that album, whatever he's calling it, like,
Some rap songs.
yeah, like his flow on it is so lazy. It's so monotonous at points and just long and drawn out, and it gets up and down, and it's interesting enough to keep you there.
Oh yeah.
But then you hear that song on it, and you're just like, refresh.
I would listen to a whole album that sounds like that.
Absolutely,
A
I
whole
would.
album that would sound
Absolutely, and I'm sure you could find one that sounds exactly like
like that. Probably.
that. And I expect to hear it tomorrow morning when you send it to me. By the way,
that'll be my night.
this slaps.
I would love to go back at our text chain and just see how much it's just like, listen to this.
Listen to this.
This
Listen to
bags.
Especially because, like, was it last week you put that Stanley Ipkiss song on?
Yeah.
And then all I've done is listen to that album. Like, I've listened to it so much.
He's a
I had it
fucking
on
amazing talent.
again today in the shop.
Yeah.
Just to let it go onto the radio station for
If it
Spotify.
follows.
Because it's so good.
Yeah. He's a fucking great artist. He actually did. I think I mentioned it last week that he did the DJ set at the Doomsday.
Yeah, you did.
In San Francisco, and NTS Radio played it on Tuesday. They actually played like the whole set on one of their shows, and it was fucking excellent.
That's
man.
cool.
So he threw in some like, obviously a lot of like MF Doom remixes, and then he threw in some like Madlib stuff. And then he had some of his own like kind of like obviously Doom inspired stuff. It was fucking excellent, man. I keep waiting for NTS to put it on the app so I can listen to it again. So please, NTS, hear me put it on. So the next song, just speaking of MF Doom, the next song is
surprise! Craig put another song with MF Doom sampling on it or featuring on it.
So I put on Rock Cocaine Flow by De La Soul,
which might be one of my favourite De La Soul songs.
It's so because it's so unlike De La Soul.
Yeah.
It's a completely different type of beat. It's a completely different type of flow.
Not like wacky and silly the way that they usually are.
Yeah.
Like 3 foot high and rising, like, or 3 feet high and rising. Like, that's a bit silly. You know, it's a silly album.
And it's the way that the sample actually like slows and speeds up.
Yeah, it's really cool.
And then it goes back into the beat, and it just keeps going. It's fucking fire.
It's so good, man.
They actually performed it like whenever it came out fucking years ago. I think it was on like a fucking
late night TV show. And MF Doom comes out.
He came out.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's
so cool.
Because
so
like
cool.
you don't see much of that like televised event that MF Doom was involved in, because he was so fucking like
mysterious,
underground, and didn't want to be involved in that kind of shit.
Just wants to hide away.
So when you actually see it, it's like a moment.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because it doesn't happen very often.
Had,
it's
like
seeing a
all
fucking blood moon.
The theories of like whenever he would play live, it wouldn't be him.
Yeah.
Like sometimes he sent out like Hannibal Buress. Apparently, was like one of like the standards.
Have you seen the video of when he got like unmasked and it was Hannibal?
No.
I'll find it. I'll say.
Yeah, that
I think
sounds
it was
amazing.
I think it was like an Adult Swim
Alright,
festival.
okay.
So obviously it's like he's involved in that shit with like the Eric Andre show and stuff. So like somebody comes out and there's like MF Doom comes out and there's somebody else on the stage like at the side. It's like yo, who the fuck is this? And they take the mask off and it's Hannibal.
That's
Hannibal,
so
man.
funny.
It's so good. The next two actually that I have here, I picked them particularly because there's like a section in each of them. There's just like a bit of one of the verses that every time I hear it, I'm just like, those lyrics are so fucking good. So the first one I've picked is Buku Bread Company by Scallops Hotel. Scallops Hotel is Milo, Rap Ferreira, whoever else he goes by.
Is he like Blue or Exile or one of those guys? Is he that as well? Like, you know, like Blue and Exile.
Blue and Exile? No.
Is that him as well?
No.
Why do they sound similar?
Don't know.
They do sound similar.
They do a bit. Nah, it's not the same guy.
No?
Telling you, man.
Thought I was onto something.
So Buku Bread, the lyrics, I actually wrote them down because I was like, I need to just like say them out loud. So, I two-step when there's a glitch in the matrix, ham-bone through the fabric of space-time. My mind is not a radio broadcasting. Pull up the collar on my London fog. Rap is all monologue.
That's cool.
Where? How?
That two-step when there's a glitch
in the matrix.
I was like walking around and I was listening. I like to listen to him before I get here.
Yeah.
And like that bit caught me off guard, and I was like, I two-step when there's a glitch in the matrix. And I was like, oh, I'm in. And then you hear the rest of it, and you're just like,
I think it's because like the way he actually says the line, it's kind of off the beat, so it's almost like he is acting as the glitch in the matrix, the way he's saying it, so that stands out so much compared to the rest of the flow on the song.
It's really interesting, and like I used to be so guilty of this when I was younger, and I used to think that like rap wasn't meaningful in any sort of way, you know, because I was like, metal.
Bullet for my Valentine.
Yeah, and then like you grow up and you actually listen to stuff and you're like, oh my god, these people are actually putting like time, effort into this. You
Thinking
know, it's
about
insane.
that. This is their like livelihood. This is their fucking blood. You good
it's
cramp?
insane. Yeah, we bet. We're all good.
Low cramp.
We're all good.
I mean, you know how much of a fucking fan I am of Milo Rat Ferreira, Scallops Hotel. Everything else he has. I think he's an incredible fucking artist. He's well ahead of his time. He, for his last album, he had like a full fucking virtual reality setup where he had like a cafe, like a virtual reality cafe built. Like he hadn't released the album yet, and he put out hints on what the password was, and I spent like 2 hours one night, like the fucking dork I am, like decrypting his fucking codes and shit.
What?
And got into the cafe, and it was like you walked around the cafe. I just did it on my phone. You walk around the cafe, and everywhere you went to had like clips of the songs from the new album that was coming out, and
That's
it had
pretty
like
cool.
kind of background information around the songs and what it was all about, because it was all about, is it Bob Kaufman? I think it was like a famous poet,
Right.
and this whole album's basically like dedicated to Bob Kaufman, because he often says like,
what is he going by on that? Is it Scallops Hotel?
Rat Ferreira.
Yeah, I'm just gonna find that right now and I'm gonna save that.
Like I think the album's called Bob's Son,
yeah.
so it's all about Bob Kaufman. So there's like kind of sprinklings in the cafe all about like Bob Kaufman's life and how he's influenced the album and how he's influenced Milo's life and his artistry and stuff. It was fucking excellent, man. It was like,
that's cool
to see somebody put that much time and effort into their craft, because he's not your regular like LA guy. He's based out somewhere fucking off. He's not in the mainstream place where you would go to get your shit known. Like, he's based in the fucking weirdest state in America. He has his own like fucking, is it Maine? I think he's based in Maine. Is he kind of jumping out? So he's just like doing it himself, running everything by himself, having a family, running his own record company, Ruby At Records. Like, does it all himself. And he just pumps out content, albums, everything. I think he's a fucking excellent artist.
His origin is Wisconsin.
Nice.
He was born in Chicago though. Chi-town.
Shut down.
He's only 29.
Wow.
What?
He is our age.
Also, Ferreira or Ferreira, whatever that's his last name.
Oh, is it?
Rory Allen Phillip Rapp. Bruh. Oh, that was like real time mind being like
Rap.
that's insane.
Cool. I love this guy so much.
Oh my.
His Instagram name used to also be Rory Farted, and I loved it. It used to crack me up every time I saw it. Now he's like
insane.
Weird Cat Science or something, I think he's called now.
Yeah.
Or Hip Cat Science. Anyway,
Wow.
he's awesome. I really fuck with that guy. He's an incredible artist.
I was watching, those Amoeba Music, like the
Mhm.
record store in America.
Mm-hmm.
What's in my bag thing? Lucy Dacus was on it.
Right.
I love Lucy Dacus. I think she's brilliant.
Uh-huh.
And she actually picked out a Milo album
Oh, really?
that was going for $300.
Holy shit.
It was So the Flies Don't Come.
Yeah, that was like, I think that was the one that made it like boom.
2015. Like, she's like, I wish I could afford to buy this because it's insane. But she just picked it up and was like, yeah, this is cool. Like, I just want to let you know this is cool.
That whole album fucking, that album's got fucking Boy from Future Islands on it. Hemlock Ernst, as he
Like
goes
Hemlock.
by. Yeah.
Wild.
Right, the next one I've got, or my last one I've got, is Indian Summer by Armand Hammer and The Alchemist. So Armand Hammer we've talked about it before, Billy Woods and Uslid, I think that's how you say his name, who also has a project with Milo.
They're all just touching tips. They actually are.
Nostrum Grocers is them two together.
Oh, yeah.
But Indian Summer again has this like, it's Euclid or Euclid. I don't know how you say his fucking name, but he has this like, part of his verse that every time I hear it, it fucking blows my mind. So I wrote it down again. Obviously, I will butcher it because I'm not getting the fucking flow right, but just the rhyming pattern fucking fries me. So it's pineapple spears on the bias, high science, spiritual alliances, it's a vibrate, gene splice, kettle whistle, quadri Ismail the missile, sky face wistful, had a fistful of fucks ground to the gristle. How?
I couldn't even think of that many words, you know? Like, that's what really gets me about rap is, like, especially listening to stuff like MF Doom, where it's, like, super onomatopoeic, you know? Like, everything he says has, like, a proper sound to it.
Yeah.
And he still somehow makes it make sense. And, like, that's what happened there. Like, there's that thing, I can't remember where it is or what song. I don't know, it's from Oldie, I think. And it's, like, the rhyme pattern. Errol Sweatshirt's verse on it,
and it's color coded.
Red rhymes, green is something else, yellow is something else, and like the whole thing is literally just like highlighted because he tied everything in. Like
tipping over vases with a Tommy gun. That is one of the lines from it every time that fucking gets me going.
Like people always like harp back to like singer songwriters, you know, as like. You know, like all the old ones, like Bob Dylan, and David Bowie, and like, you know, like
not David Bowie,
well, like
Bob Dylan.
They're all whatever, you know. But like people always go, these guys really knew what they're talking about.
Because
it wasn't for them; it was music.
Because they were white.
Yeah, of course. But then you like, again, just look at rap on like an absolute like objective level, not even subjective. Like, is it good or is it bad? Like, objectively, they wrote some of the most amazing verses of poetry. Like, because it is like, and of course there is subjective parts to that where people are like, is it good, is it shit?
Yeah,
who knows?
I think
sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
I think the problem that a lot of like people, it might not be necessarily our generation, but like older generations where they don't connect with rap music is because the rap music that was kind of presented to them through music channels, radio, was all the popular stuff. So like popular rap in my eyes is horseshit, the same way that popular pop music is horseshit. Because let's be honest, if it's on the radio, the popular radio stations, most of the time, it is proper dog shit. It's going to make money. That's literally
because
it's for.
They play the things that work to the formula.
Exactly.
And
that is all it's for. It's going to make them money. It's going to please people. That's all it's for. But if you break it down from a musical and an artist standpoint, it is dog shit. Justin Bieber had a fucking huge song 2 years ago, and he literally just said "yum" over and fucking over again.
I believe the song was called Yummy.
And it made me fucking furious every time I fucking heard it, right? So,
but
the problem... Don't.
Let me get that yummy.
We should be holding these artists for ransom saying, yo, if you think that will fucking fly here, nah, write something, be better.
Man, look. If Justin Bieber's good enough to get Luda on a song, you know. Ludacris is tight.
What was I saying? Right, so
if you're
what the older generation saw was the gangster rap was, I'm going to shoot that motherfucker. Because that was what was popping on the radio.
Yeah.
So they immediately went, oh, rap, black people. Not cool. Nah, bro. You've literally seen the top layer. Like, we have seen the fucking Katy Perry of rap music. Dog shit. Obviously, dog shit, because it's supposed to be there to sell fucking records. It's supposed to be there to make money. Cool. Yeah. But what you're not doing is you're not going, actually, that artist that is dog shit, he's probably had some good stuff. A lot of the shit that you hear on the radio by Snoop Dogg, dog shit. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Dog shit. Snoop Dogg shit. But a lot of his fucking earlier stuff slapped.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I mean, the shit he did with Dr. Dre and The Chronic. God damn.
The issue is when artists make money, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And obviously artists should be paid for their craft. But when they make money, all they really want is more.
Yes.
You know, so that's like when it's... it's really hard to just maintain some form of like integrity because you're like,
Best
"Oh,
example.
fuck, I need to make money.
Best example that has come out literally just happened, right? We all know, at least in this country and in the UK, as soon as Ed Sheeran brings anything out, it's going to top the charts, right? Now, I have no problems with Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran knows how to write songs, and let's be honest, a lot of them bang, right? So I thought, you know what? I'll give his new album a shot. I don't mind him. Fuck it. Why not? That motherfucker phoned in for that album.
Oh, he did. That
It
song,
is
Bad Habits.
Fucking horse shit. He slept that entire fucking time he did that album. And that is exactly what you're saying there. He's making so much goddamn cash because he knows that this is going to be played at every fucking wedding for the next 5 years. It is dog shit.
Yeah, I mean,
Second time we have straight up called Ed Sheeran out. Yo, dog shit.
Is it the second time?
You did it like episode fucking like 4.
I mean, I stand by it. I think he is dog shit, and I don't enjoy his music.
Yeah, and then you have fucking, you listed Pineapple Spears on the Bias, High Science, Spiritual Alliances. It's a vibe, right? Gene Splice, Kettle Whistle, Quadri Ismail the Missile, Sky Wistful, had a fistful of fucks, ground to the gristle. Bro.
Heated.
Music is so good and so dog shit at the same time.
It's tough. It's tough going.
Why am I getting so mad again?
I don't know, but let's just fucking call it, because I can't take this. It's too late at night. We need to stop. But I do think next week we should make a real conscious effort to put on some of our female artists that we adore.
Okay, yeah, that's fine with me.
That works.
I mean, Ariana Grande's in there, so I will put in another 5 Ariana Grande.
Yeah, then you also put on like Becky Hill or whatever the fuck it was.
Becky Hill, Lizzo, Caroline Smith.
I have a Doja Cat on. Doja Cat's cool.
Doja Cat and SZA are on there.
Mm-hmm.
You've already done that, I'm sure.
I did.
Yeah, Doja Cat is fucking fire.
But anyway, before Craig loses his fucking mind over Ed Sheeran,
I lost my mind of it
It's
6
time to
months
go.
ago, bro.
it's time to go.
I don't know who I am anymore. Where the fuck am I?
Okay, this has been episode 36. Goodbye. We love you. Goodbye. I love you.
I love you, man.